everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. Before we continue, make sure that you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button so you're not missing any of these reactions, any of my vlogs about my mental health journey, or any of my celebrity interviews about their mental health journeys. Today's reaction was not a request by one of my Patreons, but I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below so that you can see what I'm up to with my mental health outreach. Every single dime of my Patreon earnings does go toward that outreach. You can also submit questions for my celebrity guests, have priority when requesting song reactions, chat with me on monthly video calls, ask me personal questions, and get personalized pictures. So here you can just see some of the feedback that we've been getting, not only from the channel, but from some of the other outreach programs, projects I've been doing. This is my son's super scary monster spray. We created this together for kids that are in unsafe or uncomfortable situations where they just might need to feel empowered and they might need to know that someone cares about them, that someone has their back. Like I said, every single dime of my Patreon does go toward my mental health outreach and furthering my mission of shattering the mental health stigma. But like I said, today we are going to be reacting to something that I thought was poetic. Floor Jansen, Mama, because today marks 14 years since I lost my mama. She had a heart attack back in 2007. It was very sudden, very unexpected, and my life has never been the same since. I want to share this with you guys, and I want you to be part of this journey with me because I know that you're going to have my back. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think I had this beautiful community that's going to hold me up no matter how this goes. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what Floor is like on her own because I've only heard her in Nightwish and those other songs that I've listened to. So I have no idea what to expect with her on her own. And truthfully, I have no idea what to expect for myself emotionally right now. So let's get into it. Mama by Floor Jansen. Okay. This isn't in English, so I did have to have subtitles.
Mama, kan ik even met je praten? Want het leven zit me eventjes niet mee. Ik heb alles wat me lief is, maar ik voel geen liefde meer. Ik heb je nu echt nodig.
Oh my god, I'm not even gonna get a minute in and I'm already feeling it. You know, I have so much to be grateful for and I have so much going for me, but sometimes it just feels like, why aren't you here? Why aren't you here to share that with me? Why aren't you there to hold me up? But I'm feeling empty and I just need my mama. It's been 14 years. And it still hurts really bad. It still is very difficult to cope with. I could tell I'm going to get emotional just with her power, her voice, and obviously the topic of the song. Let me rewind it a couple seconds because I want to get into that transition right there. It does hurt me. Please.
Ben ik mezelf verloren. Aan deze tafel heb je me al.
I presume that's supposed to say, didn't you teach me everything? There are times where I've asked myself, why didn't I learn better? Why didn't I know better? Why did you not teach me how to walk without your hand, how to do this life without you? You taught me so much. But there's days where I have no idea how to do this without you, Mom. And I need... I need guidance. She's so powerful. She's so incredibly powerful. I realize what Floor does. She takes you to that place that you're scared to go, to that seeming darkness. And she holds your hand and she helps you through it. And that's beautiful. Because today I need somebody to hold my hand. So thank you, Floor, for holding my hand right now.
Heb je me alles toch geleerd. Kan niet eten, kan niet praten, kan niet dansen, kan niet slapen, kan niet lachen en niet laten. Om te verdrinken in mijn tuin.
She's going through all the stages of grief at once. Am I the only one that notices that she's going through kind of the denial where it just seems that she's almost in shock? She's just very, I don't want to say emotionless. She's definitely not emotionless, but you can just see that she's trying to process. And then there's a little of the anger where she gets that emotion, she gets that anger. The bargaining, why are you not here with me? I need you here with me. The sadness, you could definitely see the sadness and depression in her eyes. Wonder if we're going to get to the acceptance, but I had a great relationship with my mother, and she was the strongest woman I knew. And recently I have felt so weak as a mother. I feel like I failed in so many ways. And I need her to hold me up. I need her to show me how to be the mom that my son deserves. To show me how she was so strong when she lost my dad. To show me how she got through so much. But I understand when you're searching for that strength of that person you lost because they were your rock. And the relationship of a daughter and her mother. It's just something that can never be replaced, can never be replicated. Sorry, I hit replay there for a second. I'm sorry I don't have anything as insightful or intellectual or deep as I did for the other two Nightwish reactions, but I feel like the lyrics here are so simple. They don't need to be picked apart. They don't need to be dug into. I do think that she got to that point of acceptance. I think in a way that the song was her stages of grief for her mother, and she got to that point of acceptance. You could just see kind of her shoulders relax and her come to that point of peace by the end of the song after she poured out all of her hurt, all of her joy, all of her anger, all of that. She poured that out and then came to that finale where it's just, okay, this is what it is. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to go through those stages again at some point. Just because you came to a point of acceptance doesn't mean that you're not going to sometimes revisit those stages of grief. I know that it's been 14 years and there's days like right now where I'd give anything. I'd give anything in the world. Just like she said, to talk to her. Just talk to me. Just talk to me. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to be strong like you, Mom. And the reason I wanted to do this today, knowing that it could trigger an emotional reaction, is because I'm a happy person. I have found happiness. I was decertified as having a serious mental illness. I found so much peace in my life, and so much joy in my life, and so many things to be happy for. But I have been going through a very difficult situation the past 9 months or so, and I've wanted my mom. I just want my mom. I remember there was a time when I was 21 and I was going through not a similar situation. It wasn't this situation at all, but just a similarly emotionally charged situation. And I remember laying next to her in her bed and just crying and laughing and talking. And some people might say it was immature, but I fell asleep next to my mom. I was 21 years old, and I slept next to my mom that night because it felt comforting, it felt right, it felt warm. And I feel in a way that Floor herself was kind of stepping into her own role here as the mother to so many people that she's protecting, that she's guiding. So this is obviously mourning. It's a mourning song, but it's also an empowerment song. How can we step into that role? Even if we don't have kids, how can we protect others? How can we take on those maternal roles or paternal roles in protecting others, in guiding others, in loving others? How can we do that? Thank you guys so much for being part of this journey with me. I know I deviated a little bit, and I promise, I know that I've had a lot of requests in the comments for more upbeat, happy Nightwish songs, and I promise I'm going to get to some other little less emotional songs, or from what I'm told are less emotional songs, but I just thought this was too poetic and perfect to miss today. And I'm grateful that she's here to give me that energy, to kind of guide me through my emotions today, because I feel sometimes like I'm drowning in them, that I drown in my own tears, that I sometimes wonder how many tears can be in such a tiny body, and I just feel like I'm drowning, like she said, in this grief. But it's okay. This is human. This is what being human looks like. It's not always smiles and happy. It's not. Sometimes life hurts, and that's okay. And I know tomorrow will be different, and I'll feel differently. But today, I needed to honor my mom. I needed to miss my mom. I needed to love my mom. And I needed to share that with you guys, just to show you that it's okay. It's part of the healing journey. It's part of our human experience. I love you guys so much. Mwah.